Hello and welcome to Dark Tower Month. I'm doing something different with this month since I am joined by my co-host and cohort in crime, Criff.
Hello.
My other half on the Bard and Criff vlogs that'll be out, well, they are out soon, at least the Moxie one. Eventually we'll get the rest up. We have enough recorded. He just needs time. I know dem feels. So how this is going to lay out is that we're going to be talking analysis during the recappy bit. So massive spoilers for the pretty much entire franchise, be it the books, the comics, the movie potentially, the audiobook.
The Popkins.
There's no sandwiches. So anyways, the Muty Wolves Not of the Kala are on the attack. Cuthbert is kind of a badass with a knife.
A little bit, not too much.
Well, he's better than Elaine who's over there getting overpowered and eaten.
He just gets his shoulder bit.
His arm is like dangling by a strand of sinew. And since Elaine is getting mauled, Bert has only one option, and he pulls the sandalwood revolver from Roland's holster and fires on the wolf, killing it.
Well, it shows a bit about the gunslingers and how they feel about their weapons, because Bert feels guilty for touching Roland's gun without his permission.
You should always get permission before touching anyone's gun.
As the comic puts it verbatim, Bert feels like he stuck his hand inside Roland's chest and started fondling his heart.
You should always ask permission before fondling anyone's innards.
And it shows an interesting little bit when Cuthbert has to yell at Elaine to stop moving so he doesn't shoot. It shows the difference between Cuthbert with a slingshot and Cuthbert with an actual gun. Yeah. How he's not confident yet.
Which is actually something that really does come up in Treachery, the next miniseries, but we'll get to that. So, the wolves are now defeated. Bert bandages up Elaine, who speaks about how it's easier to die than learn how to shoot left-handed.
No, it's not true that it's easier to die than learn how to shoot left-handed.
Okay, if I cut off your left arm, you'll have to learn to shoot right. Is that okay with you, or would you rather
no,
die?
No, but I can shoot left-handed no problem.
That's because you're a southpaw. So anyways, something moves in the mist, and Bert expertly groups 2 shots into Sheemie's chest. But he didn't die. Well,
miraculously.
He's actually taking it pretty well, all things considered. I mean, Sheemie's in that depressed state of, you shot me because I let Miss Susan die, didn't you? I deserve that. In the grapefruit, Raven Martin flies Roland to the throne room of the Crimson King, after some endless fucking squawking.
Way too much dialogue.
The Crimson King greets his cousin, and calls himself the Eater of Worlds.
They hear.
This is gonna be okay now. So, in the world that has moved on, Bert kneels over the downed Sheemie. He acted stupidly and forgot the face of his father, and now Sheemie may be dead. But in a blinding flash of light, Sheemie awakes, healed with his eyes glowing. He also heals Elaine's mangled arm.
And cures the infection that's spreading due to the muty poison.
Cuthbert learns to not question miracles, and asks Sheemie to perform one more. In the grapefruit, the Crimson King just mostly talks. I mean, the only major thing that he actually says is that he's the son of Arthur Eld, while Martin tries knocking Roland down on his knees to show respect to the Crimson King, but that doesn't work.
He doesn't just try and knock him down, he starts ripping apart his body.
And observing all of this just talking is Sheemie as he stares into the grapefruit. But he knows that he shouldn't be seeing this, yet he has one recourse. He mounts his jackass, and I don't mean Cuthbert, and leaps into the grapefruit. He doesn't think himself a hero, but he knows he must try to save Roland. By the way, best picture of his mule's face to cap off this issue.
Yeah.
Just all.
Yeah.
It'll be up on my Facebook probably now. 11 issues into this, and this is probably the best What's a Gunslinger issue.
It is. This shows a lot more about how these boys were raised, what they were taught to believe.
And while the Gunslinger Born really shows, these guys are cowboys, this shows like they're more paladins than just...
Right. And that's the feel you get when going through Wizard and Glass. I know I reference it a lot, but that's the time frame we're in. But it shows how they were raised and things like that. But then we realize by the time they make it to Meiji that they're not cowboys. These guys are actual ranch hands and things like that. So it starts to show the difference between what we were led to believe about these boys and what they actually are. And it's done pretty well in this. It's condensed down, but it still shows a lot.
It shows more than I think Gunslinger Born ever did.
Yeah, it definitely does. So far, this is my favorite series that we've gone.
Ultimately, I really dig this so far, and we only have one more issue left. Come back tomorrow and see how this all caps off.
Bye-bye.